So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody world over, wherever you are. It's a green morning, green afternoon, and green evening in the different time zones world over, wherever you are. We extend a very hearty welcome to all our brothers and sisters, those who have joined for this particular program today. It's a very special program. It's a series which we are having on making education relevant. Under this series, we have got various ventures. We are talking about water management. We are talking about MSME, micro, small, medium enterprise. At the same time, we are also talking about how to empower school education, higher education, technical education, vocational education, internship. And at the same time, we are also working out a strategy that the technology which is coming in now, how our day-to-day life can be empowered, it can be made easy. So this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very distinguished guest who is joining us all the way from the UK, Mr. Amrik Parmar. He's the Managing Director, Indicify, that is UK India Limited. And now, yesterday he was very kind. He shared from UK, from London with us yesterday on education. What exactly is the new education policy of India? What India should do? How should we proceed? What ought to be done? Today he is going to take us to a different continent altogether. And from UK, he will take us to Africa. From Africa, he'll bring us to India. So it's a golden triangle. We are going to make it that the resource person is sitting in the UK. The present clientele is in Africa, and the future clientele is in India. So it's a financial inclusion of the masses. That's what we are going to discuss. With these words, I extend a very hearty welcome to Mr. Amrik Parmar, the MD, Indicify UK India, UK Limited, London, and hearty welcome to him. It's 117th webinar of ours. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is the distinguished and here is the dynamic and a dedicated soul who is going to talk to us today, and he'll share some vision. What exactly are they doing in financial inclusiveness in Africa? What exactly is going on in Africa? And what do they plan to bring it from Africa to India? And they have done a couple of projects in India as well earlier. And his main aim and the vision is how India can be benefited through the technology the best possible way. With these words, Mr. Amrik Parmar.
Thank you, Sharmaji. Thank you. And welcome to everyone. And thank you for the kind words. So I will start on this journey. We have seen, all of us have seen the issues being faced. You know, today, everything we do in the software industry is to solve problems. And so one of the major issue has been that how do we include the mass population, the rural population, and the marginal population in the cities into the financial system of the country, because that is, in addition to education, that is the next step. They go hand in hand together for improving lives of the masses. Now, in 2014, according to the World Bank, there were estimated 2 billion adults who lacked access to a transaction account, and that's a global number, 2 billion. And they were excluded from the formal financial systems. Now, in response to that, World Bank Group has, with private and public sector partners, ambitious targets. India was part of which is a universal financial access. And the goal was to do by 2020. And the UFA goal was that adults globally will be able to access to a transaction account or electronic instrument to store, send, and receive payments. Now, financial access is the first step towards broader financial inclusion, where individuals and firms can safely use a range of financial services, savings, payments, credit, insurance, which typically, when you are in the educated sector or in the Western world, you take that for granted today. Especially during the pandemic, myself, I was a cash preferring person. Now I don't think I've ever have used any cash, maybe 2-3 occasions in the last 4 months. And so there is a huge impact. And the pandemic has speeded up this process around the world. And now, according to the World Bank, in sub-Saharan Africa, there are 190 million unbanked adults today, which is exactly the same number as India as a country. So that's 80% of the population India has today covered with the banking access. Now, that may be a little bit of a misleading number, because as a part of the World Bank information, so 15% of those accounts were zero balance as of early 2019, just a year and a half ago. And that data was submitted in the Rajya Sabha by the Finance Ministry. But that has dropped in the past from 25% in 2016 to 15% in 2019. And one other anomaly in these numbers is that that was presented also in the Rajya Sabha in 2019, which is very recent data, that 84% of the accounts are still only operative. And that means they just had at least one transaction in the last 2 years. So that means the take up is still way below the actual number of accounts created. So that is a big number where we want to take from maybe 30-40% to 80% actual active users. And government has a very, very good program to make a larger shift in welfare delivery. And that is the JAM Trinity, JAM. And that is in the JAM Trinity, it's Jan Dhan, Adhar, and mobile. And M, somehow the mobile part has turned into mobile banking, which is basically an app use linked to an account. So this is an area where Indigify as a company with our platform called MOLAAX to solve the same issue in Africa, because Africa happens to be ahead of the rest of the world due to their own internal issues regarding banking. So they were actually ahead of this. And the partners in this jam with us for the M part is the mobile network operators and the banks. So the banks are part of this because they both have a vested interest. Mobile network operators earn additional business through transaction fees and traffic on their networks. And the banks provide additional services which they have traditionally not done. And so government figures show that if the accounts are not being used by the people, although they have opened them because they get their benefits into their accounts. So that has helped. And now how do we make sure that people are actually, so there are a number of reasons for those inactive accounts. There was confusion initially when people opened their accounts, misinformation and information and confusion, I would say, that the banks gave them 5,000 overdraft. So a lot of people didn't understand that is a potential loan, that is not free money. And there was confusion regarding that. And then what the JAM part, in the JAM, what the Indigify platform offers is components of this government financial inclusion. So which is the M in the JAM. And we provide all these social security payments, insurance, health, life, pension products. And in addition to that, further salary payments, tax collection, power payments, airtime purchase, all the additional services that today a bank account only provides by linking through a mobile app, which has its own complexities for a person who is not well educated, who is not a mobile phone savvy. So MOLAAX is a platform. I would like to give it.
How do you spell?
MOOLAX. So that's a product of Indigify. And it's a platform. And this is a GSMA, a plan from last year to move away from the traditional mobile payment services in Africa, which again were, had different issues. So they recommended that there needs to be a payments as a platform, separate an entity. And that means, for example, if you take a train service, somebody owns the train track, one company, and then everybody who runs their trains on that track, they pay for using that track. So we are the track in that sense. So what that does is it simplifies the process for inclusion purposes uh, with the bank, network operators, and government department included in this venture. So this payment, uh, actually, we are already started this in Africa. We are live in Africa. And this is actually make in India product for us, because our developers are sitting in India. And this is a original thought product that which will provide services and to eliminate the confusion and the misinformation. The mobile phone does not have to be a smartphone. We support both key phone, which is a process called USSD for key phones, and mobile apps, which are work both ways, with the bank and without the bank. So it's a very simple user interface that if a person can dial a phone number on their mobile phone, they can use this service. That is the only requirement. Now, a direct payments to the mobile wallet with or without a bank account. So bank account is not necessary either. So that helps remove the complexity of the system. And the other part is that people can pay for goods and services. They can pay in a restaurant. They can pay for online ordering with a very simple process. And we will create a partner developer network, and that creates an ecosystem of MSMEs. And this is a technical MEs, which can be run from universities, colleges. So we can work with, marry that with education sector, if you like, because we are the platform developers. Now, to offer the services, there is a small integrations required, and which a developer sitting in any corner of a rural part of India can develop and offer those services to their area. And all the earnings are through transaction fees, which are very traditional in any system, in financial system today. Nothing unusual there. No upfront cost required from anyone. And this is a cloud-based solution. So this will help include, we can do bulk payments. We can, during a disaster management support activity, for example, during I saw that even here sitting in UK, that a lot of migrants were, compelled to move to their villages to escape the pandemic, or a lack of jobs or lack of accommodation. And the government was unable to help because those people were on the move. The bank account does not help them because they have no access to banking there. And our platform can do bulk payment to 100,000 millions of people in one shot. So that is directly from a government mobile wallet, directly to the individual's wallet. No third-party intervention, and no issues with the usage of that money to buy goods and services while they were on the move.
So how's the response in Africa?
Very, very good, because Africa already had that system in place, but it was not a platform-based system. It was an end-to-end system, which has their own issues with management. So we are able to have add people. It takes barely 60 to 90 days for us to get operational, and that is without require any investment from any government entity or any private player. Okay. So that is the beauty of this global cloud-based solution. And the main people we will integrate with will be the mobile network operators. We are independent of the mobile network operator. So you don't have to have a mobile wallet from Airtel to use Idea Airtel services. So across the board.
And it would generate sizable employment also in rural areas.
Absolutely, absolutely, Ji. And this is a technical employment. We have plenty of people today. You know, we advertise one job, we get 100 applications even in the technical field today. Not only on the hospitality or which are severely hit today. Even in our field, we are getting a lot of interest for partnering with us.
And it's not very difficult for them to assemble or assimilate or to get the complete idea. At what age group do you feel, like in India with the new education policy now, from the
Yes,
sixth
sir.
standard onward, we are getting coding into the school system. So what do you
Yes, sir.
feel in the rural areas, what age group profile children will be in a position to be a part of this process?
So from a technical perspective, I think anybody from high school onwards
I
can be part of this.
can be a
In
part.
fact, we can use this, which we have very successfully done in our own company. We hire freshers and we give them a training through our platform development system. So far, all the people we have employed have been new grads.
Okay.
So we train them, and we can provide support through either skill development centers. So skill development centers today tend to be manual, traditional skill development centers, meaning welding, or basic computer skills.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So we could create an IT environment in that. I think when I was in Punjab last time, my idea was to, IITs, ITIs in Punjab were seen as really not an effective way of training. There was a feedback I was getting, from the students and the teachers, mostly because of lack of funding. And this, a university can use it to generate revenue. An individual entity can generate revenue, because this is a shared platform, a globally shared platform, and it can put you onto the system as an MSME.
Okay. Another thing, Parmar Sahab, you mentioned that I want to educate myself. You said you don't require a bank account. So how it would operate? Just guide me on that practical way.
So what happened in the what happened?
For money to somebody. So how it
Yes.
will work? How it will work?
So what happened was 10 years ago in Africa, due to the lack of banking penetration, what they decided was the mobile network companies will act as a pseudo bank. So you have a pseudo account, not a true account, a pseudo account called a mobile wallet sitting with the network operator. Now, that network operator uh, allows people to use money just based on a code and an OTP sent to the person to authorize on their mobile phone. So if you only have a simple phone with only key phone, not a smartphone, all you do is, just like today, you check your balance on your mobile phone by typing £1 or 123 pound and tells you this is your balance in your phone account. And we are using that facility integrated with bank account if necessary. So you can transfer money from the bank account into this and vice versa.
You would appreciate that India still live in villages. We are into rural areas. I
Yes.
want to understand in totality. Let's take an
So
example. Let's take an
So the
example.
next step is to address that issue is, so that's why I would like partners to be in the rural areas. So a partner, somebody can go to a partner. In fact, in Africa, they call them agents. So what you do is that partner, what they will do is take your 5,000 rupees, put it in your account. Right away, you can see it on your phone. It's been added.
Okay.
Yes.
But
So
that person who will put 5,000 rupees in your account does have the bank account.
he has a bank. Typically, though, they have a bank account,
Yeah.
or or even they will transfer the money into that mobile wallet.
Okay, but
Yeah.
the thing is to put a physical money
Yes,
into
sir.
that wallet,
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
has to be a medium. There has to be a medium. So let's take it. I want to send you 5,000 rupees and I don't have an account.
Yes.
So how do I put that 5,000 rupees into my wallet?
So I will give you on your mobile wallet. Let's say I want to send you money,
Huh.
and I have 5,000 rupees in my mobile wallet, and I
How,
want to send it to you.
how you got it?
So there's two ways to get it. If
Huh.
I have a bank account, I can do a transfer.
Correct.
If I don't have a bank account,
Huh.
I will go to a agent
Huh.
who he actually doesn't have to have a bank account.
Okay.
We provide him the authority to say, I will add 5,000 rupees from his phone to his wallet.
Okay.
He takes the money, then money from his wallet is actually transferred to the other wallet.
Understood. Now,
Yes, sir.
second part, you
Yeah.
made a mention that you don't require a smartphone. It can be
Yeah.
done from an ordinary phone also.
Yes,
So
sir.
that is the first difference which will come between Paytm and this. You don't require a smartphone.
Paytm is basically a bank. Paytm is a bank. So they hold your money. We
Okay.
don't hold anybody's money. There's no risk, no worry for the person.
Okay.
We are a messaging service to authorize payments around the network.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fine. Fine.
Yeah.
And there is no transaction charges to be paid by individual because
There is transaction charges, just like if you paid with the credit card. The credit card company usually takes it from the vendor, but in this case there are charges which typically are just like if you went to an ATM machine today. If I went with my non account that bank card, I pay 300 rupees or 200 rupees, a similar sort of charges only. And the convenience is you don't have to drive to a branch, you don't have to drive to a Western Union location, you don't have to have an account. So the simplicity itself is worth that a couple of hundred rupees, they will pay in charge, and the safety and security.
okay. Could you name few of the countries in Africa where it is already being done by you, and some more countries where you plan to do in future?
Yes, sir. So we started in Uganda. Uganda is one of the very, very forward country there, and Nigeria is next online within the next 30 days, 60 days. We will be going to Nigeria, and we are in negotiations with Angola, Mozambique, Lesotho, Kenya, Tanzania, and I have a call today to discuss the implementation process in Philippines, Myanmar, and Nepal. Today I have a call later this afternoon, 4:30
Okay.
UK time.
Philippines,
Yes, sir.
Nepal, and Myanmar.
And Myanmar.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are taking South Asia and Southeast Asia also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And sir, you appreciated the efforts under the JAM, that as far as Jan Dhan is concerned, you appreciate that quite a bit of work has been done. When you say after J comes the A, so when you
Yes,
talk
sir.
about A, Adhar, quite a bit of work has been done. So you feel that there can be some more work which can be done with the M, that means the JAM last alphabet M, and
Yeah.
the mobile, it would generate employment, it would make the entire process easy, it would be faster, and any other advantage you would like to add on to that?
So what this process is today, everybody talks about disruptive technology. So for India, for pay, sorry, I had another call. India, and for Paytm, this is actually a disruptive technology because we are moving from a bank-centric solution implementation to a mobile-centric implementation with a platform. And that is the key. And that is where the effectiveness of the M part for the government will be many-fold effective than it is currently because of the bank-centric implementation.
Okay. So it's electronic transfer. It is quick.
It's,
It is
it's
faster.
instant.
It's
It's
company
instant.
phone. Okay. And what do you feel that approximately what kind of a size of population can be generated in India?
If we look at, we are looking at probably in the region of, if you look at a rural population,
Huh.
I mean, I will give you an example of Punjab. You could allow that in one per village. There are 13,000 villages in Punjab.
Mhm.
And a partner in each village will generate employment for one or two more developers locally. So you're looking 30, 40,000 in just Punjab only,
In Punjab. So you can well imagine the whole India.
whole India. And
Yeah. Does it also complement anywhere the Honorable Prime Minister's agenda on Make in India?
absolutely, absolutely.
Ah,
So we have taken something developed in India,
ah,
original thought from India, rather than doing work for outside companies, as a transformation of services. We are actually developed in India, generated in India, idea from India through GSMA, which is the mobile network body. Through their white papers and documentation, we've taken that and we've implemented the solution, and we are planning to. So we took that to Africa, and now we would like to bring it back home to India.
okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Any final word you would like to convey to the audience? Because you are all the way from London, from the UK, and yesterday you had been very kind to give us valuable inputs for the new education policy 2020. And today you're talking about financial inclusion, where you have appreciated the government of India's efforts toward JAM, in which you say the Jan Dhan Adhar is done extremely well. Mobile is untapped, total potential. So there you can facilitate the Make in India also, employment generation also, and at the same time easy of handling, transferring, and managing the money also. So
Yes, sir.
anything you would like to say finally to the audience?
I think education and financial inclusion are two very, very closely linked, very closely coupled areas. And I think by impacting one, you impact the other. So, and vice versa. And I think if I have studied and as a child in India, very simple life from a village, and understand the issues that people face there. And I think if I can come and do some give back, that is my main motivation.
Okay, okay, wonderful,
Yes, sir.
wonderful.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Uh,
Thank you, Ji.
Africa, you're already doing very well. We hope to get a lot of benefit from you for India. And today we send you our best wishes for your Philippines, Myanmar, and Nepal further discussions where you can take it.
Thank you, sir. And with your support, I'm sure that we will go and make a difference.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you very
Thank you.
much, Parmar Sahab, coming all the way live from UK. I'm so grateful to you. Thank you for this wonderful people in the morning zone, people in the afternoon zone, people in the evening zone, and people in the late evening zone. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Goodbye for now. Thank you.